Hi, I'm Hassan Akvi and I'm updating you about my OOP project progress for this week, and I'm showing you what I've done. Here I have so this is my character class, and it's private attributes and functions, and this is my character.cpp that is doing that is performing all the functions for converting the lowercase into uppercase and calculating the length of the string length of the string. No, actually length of the string is being calculated in the word.cpp, while this the character is basically doing is taking a character argument, and with respect to that getting the specific sprites for all those things. This sprite is for space, for example, and this is the render function. And then word.cpp, this is my word.h private attributes and functions, and this is word.cpp, which is basically taking a character pointer. Firstly I used a string, but it was giving errors because a string is so problemful. And so this is taking a character argument, and based on that it is calling a character function for every ith value of that character array. And so this is the render function, but right now this render function is crashing, and I'm figuring since night why it is crashing, but I'm not able to figure it out. It comes till this line here 4, but it won't print here 5. I don't know, see this. Okay, so if in case I press 1, oh, so it's crashing, and you can see there here 4 is printed, but here 5 is not printed, but I'll figure out, no worry. So
Hello everyone, this is my third update for the project that we are working on. This is our final project for OOB and we are making an Arkanoid. I would like to update you about the work that I have done so far regarding this project. As you remember from the last video, I was working on bullets, normal bullets, 2 bullets being shot from the paddle, and my program was actually getting crashed. So I figured out how where I was going wrong. So this time I have actually um, done some work on the splash screen as well. The picture that we will be using for the splash screen isn't finalized yet, but we have used a sample picture, and we are not sure. And we have used a sample picture, which later on we will actually design our own splash screen picture. I would like to run the code and show you how it's working. This is actually the splash screen. It comes on the screen for like 2 seconds, and then after that another screen gets displayed. This is the screen where the paddle comes. The paddle is capable of moving left and right, and the paddle can shoot 2 bullets at a time. You can see that. As soon as I will close the screen of the paddle screen, the bullets will get the allocated from the queue. Okay. So the thing that I am working on the thing that I will be working on for next week is homing bullet. The homing bullet class will actually inherit from the bullets class. It is actually another type of bullet. Um, Another thing that I will be working on is will be the user interface. It will be a narrow bar that will be displayed above the game screen, and it will show you all the power-ups, the health stages that the player will have at that moment. This is my project for this week. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi, so this is the third video for the making of Argonite video series. In this week, I implemented the game deserializer. So it's present in file IO. So this function is basically reading the file in which we have saved the linked list or content of the linked list of the file. Then it goes from line by line and actually saves it into the variables. This is the variable for type, this is for position x, and this is for position y. Up to now we just have 2 objects and it's linked list, ball and paddle, so it stores values for this just 2 objects. And if the type is 1, it initiates a new ball, that is a new object for the ball and appendices in the list. And if the type is paddle, it initiates paddle. So basically in main in main, after initializing queue, there is a function deserializer which basically reads off from the from the linked list that was created, and this part of the code says if ball wasn't there in the list before, or for say if the ball has been destroyed or is set ally, is not ally, so initiate the ball and append it in the list. The limitation for this week's code was that I did not have the loading function, so everything so the game starts from the assuming that the player has loaded, and it does not take in the new linked list. Instead, it creates the one from the previous game.
So this week I was supposed to complete the file reading functionality for my project, which I was supposed to do last week, but I wasn't able to, and the collision detection. So the file reading and writing was essentially to so that my user inputs a series of numbers, and these numbers actually correspond to the bricks that will be generated onto my green screen. These bricks are of type 2 to 6, so when my user will actually input a series of numbers from 2 to 8 to 6, and subsequently some bricks will be generated. So as of now, if I give it some numbers, it should just display certain bricks. So that's that. For collision detection, what I've done is I have made a series of functions that will help me to discern if an object has collided or not. So this bool function, what it does, it checks two objects, and checks if these two objects have ever in the game collided. So collided in fashion, if they collide from left or right or top or bottom. If they did, it returns true. So this functionality is essentially being done by bounding box, but I haven't used it here because it was getting a bit tedious and I wasn't able to follow, so I thought, just use it. I will of course switch it to the bounding box functions or variables here. So in the check collision function, what it does is it traverses through the entire queue and checks if if any object is not the same type and was hit by the other. So what it should do is it should print collision, and it should go into this function called collide. This print statement is of course only for debugging, not only for my so that I could check if the collision is occurring. So this collide function, what it does is it essentially caters to the damage being done to the brick and what will happen if the brick actually has no health or it dies, so what will happen onto the screen. So as of now here I'll have to write code for bricks being broken up. So I haven't done that as of now because I want to check if things are running smoothly. Writing a code for drawing something on the screen is not that difficult, but making all of these things work is pretty difficult and crucial. So when I do run my code, what happens is I am unable to actually make things work the way I want them to. So hit statements are being generated. So these statements where if my object collides, the positions are same at any point. So that occurs, but collision does not occur. So the check collision functions are essentially working. It's not essentially being implemented correctly. So that I have to look at. As of now I'm clueless why that is occurring. I still have to work on it. I hope I'm able to do it by next week. Thank you for watching.
Hi guys, my name is Joseph Abdi and this is my third update video about our game Argonaut. So in the last video I showed you that we were able to get the collision between the ball and the pedal. Let us see what we have in this week update. So let me just run the game. So here you can see that now we have some walls or boundaries and a nice background, which gives our game a nice frame. I just add these all things in this week, and you can see that there is some blatant problem in the ball, and I will need to take care of that. But as soon as I drop the ball down, as you can see here in the console screen, my ball gets deallocated whenever the balls get out of the screen. So this was just a simple thing which I have done in the speak. But now if I say some other things, if I make this change here, so now we have to wait. Okay, so now soon you guys will realize that after every hit the ball speed get changed. So this is kind of some experiment which I was thinking that I could use this thing in the power-ups. So as you can see, after every hit the ball speed got increased, and this made the game more interesting and harder. So yes, you can see my speed will got changed to 30 degrees, and my device is showing me the speed it gets from 3 to 30. Okay, so this was all what I have in this week video. Bye.